Hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? Bonjour, ça va? It's me, the Lost Canuck, and I'm here standing in front of a new pellet grill. Okay, there's a pellet grill underneath all this wrapping. Now, normally, that wouldn't be very interesting at all, right? I mean, who the heck cares? Lost Canuck buys and sells grills all the time. This one is special. This one hasn't been made in over 4 years now. All right, well, and this is a Pitts and Spitts. Now again, you're probably saying, Lost Canuck, what's so unusual about a Pitts and Spitts? I see Pitts and Spitts all the time. Well, this is the Pitts and Spitts Rendezvous pellet grill, okay? Portable pellet grill, still brand spanking new, never used. It's in its wrapper, okay? I found one. So here's what made me want one, okay? I did some research online. You know what? There's basically no information on these things. Pitts and Spitts made not very many of them, only for a few years. They're discontinued, and there's no information on them out there. I think I found 2 videos online. One was like a prototype video from a guy actually over in Minnesota. And the other one was a Pitts and Spitts where he made some fish on it. So I got one, and it's pretty cool, I think. All right, so I kind of want to change that. I want to put some information out there. I mean, they sold a few. There's obviously some people that have these things. So let's make a little series on the Pitts and Spitts. Plus, the cool part of it, it's made right here in the United States. It's 100% stainless steel. This is a cool grill. So what do you say we unwrap this thing and see what's underneath, okay? And we'll check everything out on it. So stay tuned. All right, like I said, never cooked on this thing. This is exactly how I got it, okay? Now, I had this shipped from Virginia up here to me. So let's unwrap this thing, see what's inside, see what's underneath the stretch wrap. Whoever stretch wrapped this did a nice job. Okay. And it helps if you have a sharp knife. Ooh. You got to be careful over here. Looks like your probe wires go out the back here. You know, I'm going to go inside and get a better knife. Hang on. All right, kind of like all of Lost Canuck's kitchen knives, or chef's knives. They were a little dull, but... Wow, there's a lot of stainless under here. Well, there's stuff inside. There's a handle in here. See the auger. All right, so what I'm going to do... Oh, there's all kinds of goodies in here. So, what we're going to do is this has fold-up legs. I'm going to take a couple of things out of here. We'll flip the legs out, put it back up, and then zoom out a bit so you can see what the heck do I have. Okay, I get it. Lost Canuck understands. And it rolls. Very cool. Let me get back out a little bit. Take off the old Judge Smales cooking hat because I'm not doing any cooking right now. Okay, I don't think I dinged any of it up or anything, so it still looks pretty good. So, it's got 2 rolling wheels on this side, 2 peg legs on this side. I know there's a grease drip goes in there. So let's open this thing up. And again, this is a lot of stainless. Looks like it's laser cut, yeah. I know, I'm kind of excited about this. This is my first Pitts and Spitts ever. I'll put this back here. Heat deflector. So this looks like a regular old heat deflector plate. We'll unwrap that in a second. Or sorry, that's the drip tray, not heat deflector. Because this technically is the heat deflector. This horseshoe-shaped piece goes over the fire pot. Just FYI, there's a handle over here for your buddy to help you lift it up. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Okay, so remember we were talking the grease tray drips. This is your grease trough. So that slides right in there. And all we have to do now is screw the handles on. One goes here on the lid and one goes here on the end. Well, I even got some Pitts and Spitts. Oh, there's a Pitts and Spitts stickers in here even. Now these are Pitts and Spitts signature items. Wooden handles. That's kind of how you know it's a Pitts and Spitts if it didn't have the nameplate on here. Boy, that's a beefy. It's all pretty beefy. And again, this is all 304 marine grade stainless steel. There is nothing that will rust in here, as far as I can tell anyways. They even give you a probe. Now there's only one probe jack on here, but as soon as I'm done assembly, we'll go through the whole thing. So I'm going to have to get in here. You know what? Why don't I take it off the tripod and we'll look at everything, and then I'll put this handle on the end because I got to take it all apart. So hang on. All right, well that's the legs with the wheels. 2 pegs, 2 legs. Now everything's held in place with these pins. Now that is an old style Roanoke controller. Original. There's the Pitts and Spitts nameplate. Let's look inside the hopper. It's supposed to be about a 30-pound hopper. Now you get the Pitts and Spitts, how to start it up and how to keep going on it, and it gives you, tells you what to do, all that stuff. Here is the inside of the hopper. Now you can see there's the auger down there. It's got a square shoulder, a tube. So I'm gonna have to peel all this. You see this stuff here? This is from fresh stainless steel. Okay, so you gotta peel that off. It's really pretty underneath. I'll do that later. This is how the grease tray comes in and out. See if I can do this one-handed. So there's the laser cut grill grate. Just put that down for a second. This is the drip tray that I was talking about. Yeah, I can get that. Okay. Lean that up here. Okay, so inside, she's 100% stainless. Now, your internal temperature probe is in the hood, and there's 2 lines that go out here down into the controller here. Okay. So, I'll show you the burn pot. Wow, that heat deflector is 1/8 at least. Okay, so here's the burn pot. That looks like a standard igniter. It's an older unit, so they haven't converted it to the newer one. So, I'll take out there's the holes that the handle goes in. Alright, so that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simple unit. Let me get the handle on, then I'll do a final reveal. Alright, well I got the top handle tightened up, and I just finished installing the side handle here. Any of you guys wondering? It's a 9/16 inch ratchet and box end wrench. It'll help you put your handles on. Okay, so let's put this thing back together. We'll just do a little walk around. Hang on a second. Okay, so it's all assembled. So that's the brains of the whole operation right here. This is your old style Roanoke controller. Comes with one probe. I got the handles put on. There's the side handle, so you use that to lift it and move it. It's actually not bad. Here's another one for your buddy to help you lift it in the back of a truck. And it's got louvered vents on the back. There's the power cord. So you need 120 volt power to run this thing. So there you go. So let's bring this thing inside because it's starting to rain on me. So hang on a second. All right, well, we're inside. So like I was saying, that's the brains of the operation there. It's a Roanoke controller. Couple questions I have about this thing. How good does this stay at 225? This is an older design. It's got an older burn pot. Who knows? We're going to find out here later. How fast does this thing heat up? Like, it's built like a tank. Like, this thing is it's solid. Like, this has got to be at least, I don't know, 10 gauge, at least 12 gauge for sure. You know, all the stain, and it gets the cooking grids 1/8. Even the hardware that I put everything together with, stainless steel. Like, the screw, everything's 100% stainless. So if you lived in a marine environment, this isn't going to rust on you. So these are some of the questions I have. How fast does it take to heat up? How well does it maintain temperatures? Does it fluctuate? You know, a lot of good questions. Now, I know there's different algorithm changes you can make with this older controller. So, and one of my friends has reached out to me online and says they can help me if I have any problems. So we'll see. So hang on a second. All right, so let's put this into 2026 context. Look, portable pellet grills are everywhere now, okay? You know, people are using them for camping, RVing, ice fishing, boating, up at the lake, whatever, okay? Even your backyard. So, people want them smaller and cheaper. So, is this thing ahead of its time? You know, this thing's built like a tank, and it is portable. It's 90 pounds. It's got fold-up legs. You need two people to help you get in your truck, but it's a good system. So, and you know, so like I said, and it, you know, back then, you know, Pitts and Spitts was building this. So, was Pitts and Spitts ahead of its time? Because people want good quality stuff, and let me tell you, this is a quality item. Okay, now here's a strange part of the story that I kind of alluded to in the beginning. This isn't the only brand new one out there, okay? There's a gentleman in Virginia that's selling these things. I think he's got 3 left. And he used to have a storefront. Now he just operates out of a storage building. And I'll leave his contact information below. His name's Chris Tucker with Dominion Grills. They used to have a website. It's not available anymore, but I'll leave you his contact, his email. You can get a hold of him if you're interested in something cool like this. Oh, and I forgot to add, look, I think he's got 3 left, brand new, just like this, never fired. But at the time of this filming, he did. Now, I can't guarantee you what stock he has left now. So I bought one. I think he's got 3 more. You'd have to check with Chris. Hey, well, I thought I'd slip this into the video. One thing I did forget was Chris at Dominion Grills. He does not ship the grills, okay? I arranged my own shipping. I went with U-Ship, simple, easy to use. I think it cost right around $400 to get it all the way from basically Washington, D.C., East Coast, 3/4 of the way across the country to basically Minnesota, okay? So, just remember, if you want something like that Rendezvous, you got to arrange your own shipping. Or if you live in Virginia, in the D.C. area, down there, Carolinas, whatever, just drive up and pick it up. It's actually not that far. All right, just thought I'd slip that in. So we're getting close to the end. Is this thing any good? Well, I have no idea. It looks good. It's solid. But that's part of the plan. We're going to test this thing out. We're going to run it through its paces and see, does the Lost Canuck think this thing's any good? I'll let you know. So some of the things we're going to test is, can the thing cook? Can it cook well? Can it smoke? How well does this old controller work? I haven't even plugged this thing in yet. So let's hope, after we plug it in, that I don't let any smoke out of the controller, because that smoke is super hard to find and put back into the controller. And if you're an electrician, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to find out, can this thing fit a brisket? I think it could probably fit a smaller brisket. I know I could probably get a big pork butt or 2 small pork butts on here. Pork belly for sure. At least 2 racks of ribs. So it is pretty cool. One thing's for sure, right now at this point in time, this is probably the cleanest Rendezvous by Pitts and Spitts that there is out there. That's about to change, of course. Next steps are, we're going to fill this thing up with pellets, do a burn-in, a proper burn-in, and then maybe a cook. So that'll be on another video, not this video. And I have my little temperature checking pucks. Hang on, I'll grab one, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've got these temperature checking pucks. I'll put a few in different spots in the grill. See if there's any hot and cold spots. Now, like I said before, you can move that heat deflector plate to correct for that. So we'll check for that. And then basically, after we do some checking and cooking, should Pitts and Spitts discontinued this? Let's find out, maybe some of you guys know, and leave me a comment below if you know why. Why did they stop making this? Was it economic reasons? Was it too expensive to keep doing? One person would know 100% sure. Now, Coy Christoffel, if you're watching, and hopefully I didn't butcher your last name, maybe you could let some of the viewers know why you guys stopped making this. Was it's just too expensive to produce at the price point, or what was it? And because I think, a couple of years ago, Pitts and Spitts talked about making another portable. I don't know if it'd be like this, but we'll find out. Anyways, if you're watching, leave me a comment. Or if you guys from the Pitts and Spitts team know why or what's going on, leave me a comment. I love this thing already. Now, again, I haven't even turned it on, so maybe it's premature to really like this. Okay, and then finally, before you clicked on this video, have you ever heard of a Pitts and Spitts Rendezvous grill? I know I didn't, a while ago. So leave me a comment below. Have you ever seen one of these? Have you used one? Do you have one? But if you've heard of it or haven't heard of it, again, leave me a comment. It'd be pretty cool to hear from all you people out there whether you know what this thing is. I didn't until recently. Okay, and then finally, Pitts and Spitts. I've said finally a few times, but finally, Pitts and Spitts makes a brand new controller now. Okay, it's their own touch screen with a very nice LCD screen. It's got built-in Wi-Fi. It's pretty cool. Now, again, Coy, if you're watching, do you think if I bought one, would it retrofit into here? Okay. The only thing is, I know you've developed algorithms for all the other Pitts and Spitts pellet grills. Do you have one that'll work with this? Just curious. That'd be one of my first mods. I would really like to buy the Pitts and Spitts controller and try it out. Or, if you don't have the algorithm tuned for this, maybe I go and buy the Fireboard Labs and stick it in and see how it works. I'm going to keep this controller, of course. Anyways, so there we go. So next video will be burn-in. I gotta spend some time peeling the film off this. Like you can see, the inside, outside, everything's covered with the film. Got to peel the film off, so that's going to take me a little time. But I love it. I love it that it's just so crispy, brand new. Lost Canuck loves these things. It's like Christmas in August for me. So look, if you made it this far, I just want to say thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. It really matters to me. It really helps. Don't forget, if you like this video, because there is no other videos basically on this rendezvous, hit that thumbs up. I'll get some more content going if you guys liked what you see. And again, if you're new to the channel, consider, first of all, hit that like, the subscribe, and then the notify me button. I've got tons more content. Okay, this is an American USA made pellet grill. I also have a Blazing pellet grill made in the USA. Also have a Lone Star pellet grill made in the USA, among others. I got portables too. We're going to put this head to head against some portables. I got my Grilla Chimp 2.0 portable that I just used up in Canada. I've got my Pi 1 portable pellet grill. I'm going to try using that out on the boat and try this out. So there's lots of head to heads. I'm going to maybe try the USA made pellet grills against. There's a ton of content that I can start making with this. So leave me a comment as well. I answer them all if you want to see a little more on this thing. And there we have it. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram. I've got an Instagram page. Post a little thing, different things over there from time to time. Check me out on Instagram. I've got about 1,200 followers now. Thank you very much. And again, if you tuned in, thanks. You guys are awesome. Much appreciated. You're what makes the channel good, okay? I'm not going to talk about the Lost Canuck affiliate store. The link is down below if you want to check out any of the other stuff Lost Canuck uses, okay? And then Lost Canuck's last words on all of my videos, whether you're new or you've been around for a while. Don't forget, be kind to each other. It's really important. It really matters. Times are tough out there for a lot of people, so consider cutting them a little slack. Kindness goes a long way for everyone, and you don't know what other people are going through, so just be kind. All right, appreciate you tuning in. Check out some of my other cool content. Bye-bye. Take care. Lost Canuck loves you guys.